What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Here's for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. Oh my God, Shaun, I messed it up.
You messed up the word world, Connor.
That's where I live. we cover all the weirdest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. I really need to write that down. I've only done it 180 times.
We need to stop paying that auto cue guy so much. He's getting lazy.
I am joined as always by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Mead. Shaun, how is it going?
I'm good, Connor. I was prepared to apologise for taking a big gulp of Monster during the intro.
Yeah.
But then you just took the heat right off of me there. So
see, that's interesting, because what I did there was I realised that you had fucked up, and then I tried to take the heat off you because I'm a good teammate.
Good teammate would never call out someone's flaws on mic. I really appreciate that.
How would I possibly mess up the word world?
It's tough to say the word world, Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull.
If this is your first episode of Weird News, what do we do here, Shaun?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world.
Well done.
And thank you. And you're about to read them all out to me, a man who has been too busy supping energy drinks and writing like mid-tier rap albums to look at any weird news.
In that reference, are you Pitbull?
I'm a Pitbull cover band.
Okay.
I'm like Boxer Dog is what they'd call me.
Okay, we're starting strong, I think.
I think so. I'm not sure.
I love, once again, my favourite thing, if this is somebody's first episode, they're like, what the fuck is going on? But for all the regular listeners, this is just what we do.
Just a standard Wednesday for everyone else.
Yeah. If you're listening to this on any of your podcast platforms, could I please ask you a favour? Just give us a like and review on whatever podcast platform that you're using. It just really helps us out. And we also have a website where you can go check out all of the episodes we've ever done and do some support and go to the shop, and all that stuff is over there.
Yeah, all linked below.
But Shaun, we need to start off this week because we had Weird News off last week. You were away.
I was, and I'm sorry, I was too busy touring my new single release. I'm still in the Pitbull cover band bit. I should get out of that.
I really need you to get out of that bit.
It's a tough bit. It's tough to maintain, I will admit.
So, yeah, because we didn't have Weird News last week, I felt like it was important this week that we go back to our roots. And I seen a story that really caught my eye, and I felt like we needed to discuss it because it happened during the middle of last week, and I'd been sitting there looking at me, and you could not get a more us story because, Shaun, we're also Ghostbusters here on Weird News Wednesdays.
Oh, we are.
We're trying to figure out the stories that just aren't covered. What's going on? Because I have man's girlfriend chatted up by ghost who texts her after trip to haunted hotspot.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on recently that ghosts are more technologically savvy than they have any right to be.
They're setting up Zoom calls, Google Meet calls. It's very strange.
We've had Zoom exorcisms going on in the past as well to try and combat this. But look, maybe it's just a ghost that died within the last 10 years and just knows what texting is.
If it's like the last 15, they still use the Nokia brick phone. Still no idea what technology is.
Oh man, that ghost is still on T9. That's how he communicates.
He's just playing Snake. A 4-year-old man from Teesside has been carrying out his own research. Oh no. Oh no.
And let me tell you, the government...
Those words are a big red flag. Okay, he's carried out his own research after his girlfriend received cryptic texts following a spooky trip to York, a city known for its ghostly happenings, Shaun.
And its grand old Duke.
And his grand old Duke, yes.
Actually, no, we don't talk about him, do we? Shit.
No, a man said his girlfriend has been contacted by a ghost after the pair paid a spooky visit to the haunting hotspot. He wishes to remain anonymous, Shaun. He said that
the ghost or the man?
Both.
Okay.
No, not the ghost, because he's outbounding at the minute.
He's swiping whatever direction people swipe.
So he goes on a trip with his partner to York, and afterwards she gets a spooky text. As the Teesside Live reports, the messages came from the man's phone, his old phone, Shaun, from him, but it wasn't from him. Extra creepy.
So
and he could think of no other explanation as to how that had happened other than a ghost.
What did the text say, though? Like, was it just gibberish, or was it actual messages?
The first text asked the woman to call back later. And the second bizarrely contained a cryptic message that the man later deciphered, Shaun, like the Zodiac Killer.
Sorry. He deciphered the message.
Now, he didn't have, just any sort of characters or ways
he didn't have
decipher.
A literal cipher, like the key that's used to decode these things. He just decided, no, this is what this means.
Yeah. But the man said, now look, maybe this will give us a bit more clarity, because at the minute, and I will admit, doing my own research into this sounds a bit weird. The man said, we were in York. I took a picture of the corridor at a pub leading to the toilets. Good story so far. Okay. Because I thought it looked creepy. Even creepier story. Wow. I
stand by it. Artistic. I love it.
Thinking nothing of it, I just sent it to my girlfriend so she could see, as I am assuming, the corridor leading to the toilets in a pub. Oh, the shock and horror she will find.
Could she not have just gone and walked down the same corridor, though?
Where was she at the time?
What was she up to? Flirting with some ghost fella, I would say.
At 1:48 a.m. the next morning, we both received a text from my phone. Say, how did you both receive the text? You received a text from your own phone.
You can't text your own phone, surely.
You can save drafts on your own phone. Can you send yourself a text?
I mean, maybe.
Probably.
I'm not willing to do it, quite honestly. Yeah. Like, you can't send yourself, like, a Facebook message. You can't send yourself a WhatsApp. You can't... What else do people talk on?
TikTok.
TikTok? You can't send yourself a TikTok. I don't know. Viber? Is that still a thing?
I think they got bought by WhatsApp.
Shit.
Because they thought it looked creepy, Shaun. Thinking nothing of it. I said to my girlfriend, I do apologise. I hadn't sent this text, obviously, because I was asleep. So we were both really confused as to where it came from. I think it may have been the haunted pub we'd visited earlier in the day, Shaun.
Okay, so the ghost, when taking the picture of the spooky corridor, the ghost then inhabited his phone? And then... No,
he waited until 2 o'clock the next morning, then sent a cheeky text, you up.
It wasn't a you up text. Oh, well.
It wasn't a you up text, but it might as well have been. Because
it's the spectral equivalent of a you up text.
Yeah. So the message says, can you call back later? That's a normal enough message. But the second one, Shaun, is really where the creepiness comes in. Because messages didn't stop there. With the man finding another typed out on his phone 10 hours later, which read, we are in 4, the number 4, N, the number 2, Z, the number 4, NB, which reads, we are in Forn 2Z Forn B squared.
That sounds like someone who is asleep furiously tapping at a phone's keyboard, though.
Unsure what these series of numbers and letters meant, he took to the internet to find out more.
Oh no! I don't like where this is going. Never go to the internet.
So he googled these numbers, Shaun, and this is going to creep you out. This is the reason I brought this up, because
I'm already a little
creeped
spooky. Out, Connor, I'll be honest.
This is spooky. People texting me. I'm already creeped out.
Interaction? No.
He googled the numbers and it came up with an equation created by German scientists. The Huckel formula using 4n plus 2 is a calculation of molecular orbitals on electron systems. Oh fuck.
fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why.
Naturally, I'd never heard of this. I'd never used this equation in my life. So I'm very unsure how it ended up as an unsent text message on my phone,
Why
he
is
says.
this a story? His phone was unlocked in his pocket. Can you call back later? That's like it's an automatic response that your phone will let you send. Why is this being reported on?
The man said he couldn't think of any explanation other than what? The ghost was sending the cryptic texts and equations on his phone.
It's not.
They mean.
This is the dumbest one we've had, my dude. Everyone's type shit. I was at a wake, right? Which is like the day before a funeral, everyone comes over and sends their regards, right? And I was greeting people at the door. My phone was unlocked in my pocket the entire time. And I sent, I'm not joking, about 270 random emojis to the group chat in the middle of this wake. So I know all too well how easy it is to type something when your phone is unlocked in your pocket.
My dad doesn't know how to lock his own phone. So
Okay.
he leaves it unopened and is always in his call log. So he's constantly ringing everyone he's rang in the past 3 days.
And they just hear the glorious sounds of a pocket, presumably.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I've asked him, do you not know where the lock button is? That wouldn't happen. Sure, I don't need a lock button. It goes off itself after a few minutes. But I'm like, but if you keep ringing people accidentally, it will never go off, Father.
It just keeps cycling into this horrible loop of ringing people indefinitely.
And it's really weird because I'll come home from work and I'm just like, 7 missed calls. I'm like, somebody's dead.
Yeah, what's happened?
And I ring back and he's like, I wasn't even looking to talk to you. What are you talking about?
Just how are you keeping though now that you're here? Maybe that's it. It's just a nice way to spark up a conversation.
I know he said he's rang everyone, like just everyone in his contacts.
999, how you doing?
But Shaun, that's a normal reason. What's the reason for a German scientist's formula to be sent around in a draft? I don't know.
What's the formula to do it again? Electrons or some shit?
Yeah, look, I feel like how are you not getting this? Like, I read it once, it was as clear as day. But look, I'll do it again for those
do it again
of us
from
who are
memory,
slower.
please.
For the slower. Yeah, I'll do it from memory. The Huckel formula using a 4n plus 2 is a calculation of molecular orbitals on electron systems.
Holy shit, okay. I know what that's referring to.
Come on.
No, legitimately. I did, like, my fucking secondary school physics is coming back in. So when you're drawing an atom, you have 2 electrons in one ring, and then outside of that there's 4, and then outside of that there's 4. So 4n is the outer rings, plus 2 is the inner rings, and that's
When
how
do the
many
neutrons come in?
The neutrons. So there's this lad called Jimmy, and he's got massive hair, all right. And look, I don't
Electrons
know.
and neutrons.
Electrons, neutrons, protons.
Protons, they're a good one.
They're one of the best. They're my
positive,
favourites.
Very positive lads.
Photons. They're travelling light is what they are. They're little packets of light.
Is this a detriment to the educational system here in Ireland?
I think it might be, based on the fact that I'm just rattling off things I memorised to pass an exam. I don't actually know what it is.
It's like when they're like, oh, what's the Latin name for a caterpillar? Ah, for fuck's sake, I don't fucking know.
Who gives a shit? The Latin name for a gorilla is gorilla. That's something I learned the other day.
I mean, that's pretty good.
I also
Latin
learned.
name for, go on.
Did you know that for the longest time there was no like scientific name for the giant tortoise? Because
they kept eating it.
They kept eating it. Did you watch QI
Yes.
as well?
I have seen QI, yes.
Yeah, so this giant tortoise was apparently just the most delicious thing that anyone's ever had.
So they would pile them all into the boat and then try to get them back to England so they could name them, but then they'd all eat them on the way and then they'd go, fuck, we may turn back and get some more.
Because they also have this like big water bladder in them and holds like a gallon of fresh water, which on a boat is like a pretty good commodity to have.
Has this turned into just like an educational podcast?
I think so. Is there any other random facts you know, or do you want to keep talking about weird cyber ghosts?
Well, I'll be honest with you. The most random fact I know is that ghosts are sending this man texts, Shaun.
And
that's
his
a
girlfriend.
fact that I know. And his girlfriend as well. And like, she's getting messages, he's getting messages. My question to you, Shaun, is what's the story here? What's going on? How do we figure out, how do we catch a ghost who's within the cyber web?
I mean, we get the only thing that's coming to mind is, and this is a stretch, all right, but
the police.
The cyber police have to be called. No.
I need to get on to Norton. Norton Safe Search.
Norton, we might need to bring in McAfee to get this shit under control.
I think Norton is, you call it Norton first, and they're like, I can't do anything for you, lad.
Yeah,
McAfee.
He's like the old school detective who's like, he's seen it all, he's done it all. And then, is there any other, what are other antivirus softwares? Bulldog, that was one. Back in the day.
Was there AVG?
AVG, the free antivirus, of course.
Yeah, that's good.
He's good. AVG is like the internet detective that you see in all of the Netflix documentaries, who just tries and solves it on his own. But no, I think
AVG is the lad who shows up, has a look around with his hands in his pockets. No, mate, I can't do anything for you. You're your own, lad.
And then, like, I don't know, fucking Microsoft antivirus software. That's like the Batman. And it just solves it all itself.
Just slices necks before even asking any questions.
Look, I think this man just lost signal for a few hours, and then his phone reconnected at 2 a.m. and just sent random messages. I think that's probably what happened.
I'd be honest, it's creeping me out that his girlfriend's receiving text messages.
Did she have anything to say about this? Did she have anything to say?
No, she didn't have anything to say. They suspiciously didn't interview her. Maybe she knows too much.
Maybe she's the ghost. Maybe she's been a ghost this whole time. Maybe they tried to interview her, but she was a ghost and no one could see her.
And then she started sending them formulas.
Yeah, like, if you Google any string of numbers, yes, like either a formula will come up or some obscure car part from Eastern Europe. Like,
that is the most, I'm doing my own research of all time to be like, YG743. No. There's a formula.
Like, and this man absolutely went to like the third result on Google. Like, there's not a hope he like researched, like maybe it's something else.
Look, Shaun, all I'm saying is we need to keep an eye out, right? These ghosts are now getting into our phones. Once they start getting into the networks, what are we to do other than maybe just accept it?
Well, we've all seen Ghost in the Shell now, haven't we, Connor? With famed Asian actress Scarlett Johansson.
We've all seen Ghost in the... How much money did Ghost in the Shell make? This isn't Movie Mondays, but let's fucking have a look. Ghost in the Shell. Not the 1995 anime masterpiece. No. Yeah, no, we're not talking about the good one.
No, not the good one. It made... So it had a budget of $110 million. It made $170 million.
Close enough. It's pretty good.
It's probably fine.
Yeah. They're like, just adding up how much they paid Scarlett. Like, fuck, carried a one. Oh, we made €1. We made €1 in profit. Oh, fuck. All right. Well,
look. Anime
do we have any other animated shows that are from Japan that we could get her in? I really need Scarlett in.
Jesus, let's remake Cowboy Bebop again, but with Scarlett as every character.
So we're moving on to our next piece of news, and this is one that really caught my eye because I've never seen a more nope, don't do that headline. As scientists make a message to send Earth's location to aliens, ignoring Stephen Hawking's warnings.
Oh, fucking hell, lads. Okay. We can all agree Stephen Hawking knew a lot about space.
He knew a lot about lots of stuff. I bet he didn't know anything about that formula that guy found.
I'd wager he'd take a look at it, though. Like, he'd probably be more qualified than that guy was. Yeah, like, he'd throw an eye over it and see what happens. Why would we give our information to aliens? That's not a good idea.
If anyone's played any video game and you're playing with your friends and you're against each other, say in some sort of shooting game, last thing you do, give away your location, because then they will come and attack you. So, I mean, on a grander scale, I think aliens, we don't have the respawn button or lives in this. I feel like If they come, we're done. We've given up our location.
Say you're playing Halo 3 with the boys and Brian picks up the energy sword and starts looking at everyone's screen. What happens then, Connor?
Shout out to Brian.
Shout out to Brian. Hope you're keeping well, man. But, like, there's a thing with... This is fucking worst start to a sentence ever. There's a thing with space.
Oh, here we go. Stephen Hawking's turned up again.
There's a bunch of theories that, like... Have you heard of the Great Filter?
No.
So this is the theory that, like, human beings are, like, alone in the universe, but we usedn't be. But that every civilization gets to a point of being so advanced that it destroys itself. And that's the Great Filter, that there's this thing that just happens to everyone once they get too far with science. The other situation that can happen is that humans aren't alone in the universe, but once we're discovered, we will be wiped out by a more successful alien race. And what they've just done here is, like, jump-started that process.
It's one of those where you're going to fuck around and you're going to find out. That's the thing.
Absolutely. Is it just the coordinates of Earth? How do we even do that? Because what did they say in this message, if you don't mind me asking?
So the message was transmitted in binary code across space, and it's ones and zeros. Once decoded, the message forms a visual graphic consisting of a stick figure of a human, as well as a representation of our solar system, our DNA, and the telescope.
So, what they've done there...
Here's our weaknesses. Here's what we look like.
Here's our entire genetic code. So what you can now do is engineer the perfect bioweapon to just fucking shut us down day one.
I do apologise. They've added things to it. The new transmission is called the Beacon in the Galaxy message. It contains more information about basic mathematics and science than the old message had. So they've added all the DNA and then also maths.
Is it possible that this message was intercepted by a telephone satellite and transmitted to that man's phone?
This ghost is busy.
This ghost gets around.
Do I have a fucking formula for you? Let's send this to the ghosts.
Like, I think it's a... Look, I'm not meaning to be, like, I don't know, alien xenophobic, but... Maybe we should have a chat with the lads before we send them a load of information about how, like, our numbers work.
They're sending all of the numbers, their DNA, they're sending them special alphabets to represent numbers, elements, DNA, land, ocean, humans. They're telling them basically the terrain we're in, what we're built from. The DNA, maths.
All of the resources that our planet contains and can be mined.
Yes.
Interesting.
I think this is the start of every Independence Day movie, surely.
I think it is. I think it's a thing that, like, this would have been broadcasted in the 80s, and then, like, 2022 rolls around, it's like... We made a horrible mistake, and then the aliens come by and we have to, like, I don't know, overcome them with plucky goodwill, you know?
Now, Stephen Hawking has expressed, obviously, back in the day, in 2015, he expressed concern multiple times about humans calling out into the vastness of space and contacting aliens, because, I'll be honest with you, that's the thing not to do.
Yeah.
If you're surrounded by, like, lions and they're, like, a mile away and you go, I'd love to see a lion, but at the same time there has to be a part of your brain that thinks, if I scream across the way those lions, probably gonna kill me. Or, like, say you're, like, the closest thing we have to alien life on Earth is, like, the ocean, because it's just so fucking weird. So you're out middle of the ocean, no land around you. You start splashing around. What do you think is going to happen to you out in that ocean? Big shark eats you. Stephen has also said he shows support for efforts to find alien life by us listening. So he says, it's fine to listen, boys. That's absolutely not an issue. But he also said back in 2015, he warned against actively reaching out, pursuing them, because at that stage, you're kind of giving the game away.
Yeah, you're coming on a bit strong, I think. And then they see it as like they'll just, I don't know. It means you don't have the upper hand anymore.
He also went on to say that aliens could be vastly more powerful than us and may not see us as any more valuable than we see bacteria. So...
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, probably.
So, I read this headline and I was just like, lads, why? Nothing good comes of this. I mean, I would say it's a 1-5 million shot that the alien comes down and goes, lads, I heard your message. It's actually, we'd love to work with you. It's actually fine. We're on the exact same level, technologically.
Like, but at its core, imagine we got a message like that. And like, even if they were like other humans, exactly the same as us, do you think for a second that there would not be cries to just invade that planet and fucking take it for ourselves?
Oh, nuke the shit out of it. Let's get rid of it.
But like if it was a planet that hadn't been fucked up like we fucked up this one, would we not just be like, sure, we'll just move in there. That'll be grand.
We'll kill all them and we'll move in. That's a lovely spot.
Earth 2, we'll call it.
The only thing saving us now is the aliens being like, they turn up and they go, this place is fucked.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it, lads, honestly.
It's not worth the hassle, to be honest, lads.
Just it's just such a weird concept to think that all alien life would be just friendly when every piece of media we've ever created.
Not even all human life is friendly. So
no, most of human life is unfriendly, I would say.
We're all dickheads.
Most of the other shit on this planet can kill us as well. Like animals and shit. Like, by all accounts, it's a miracle we're even fucking here still.
I just feel like I read that headline and I was like, lads, just like rubbing my temples, lads, why? Why would you put us... They should have had a worldwide meeting and be like, lads, are we revealing our location to the boys?
Yeah, who sanctions this? Like,
apparently they've been sending one out since the 1970s, like a previous transmission. So, I mean, they've been constantly sending one out.
So the aliens can also track our technological progress by this point.
Yeah, that's and like what we're built from and our terrain and where exactly we are on a geographical scale.
Okay. Do they give out podcast statistics by any chance? Do the aliens know we're popping off? Or
do the aliens know we're TikTok stars?
The aliens like rock up and they're just like, so here there's this thing called Movie Mondays.
Jared Leto. They're one of us.
We're the only ones who they want to talk to.
Imagine the pressure. me and you, and like every president is just like, you're our only hope. Don't fuck this up, lads. Oh, lads.
We rock up to like the White House and we just have both of our collapsible recording boxes with us and we just set them up on the table and we don't have one for the alien, so he's really echoey.
Guys, I just have my Blue Yeti, but I couldn't afford to buy a second one, so we just have a clip mic for you, Mr. Alien. Is that okay?
I've just got my phone here and I'm just going to press record and you just... We good? We good
go for it. What do you think of a text message by a ghost? He's like, that's fucked, man.
We don't even ask him about being an alien. We just have him on as a guest. We bring him in and we're just like, who do you want to do for hero or zero? He's like, Kang the Conqueror, and we get really nervous and starts shaking our collars.
Oh no. Basically what we're saying is, humanity, we are not the heroes you're looking for. Don't put that pressure on us.
There's a reason we're for hire and not for employment.
Yeah, we keep being let go. Also, we have a TikTok. I don't understand how it works, Shaun. You know a bit more.
Not at all. I throw up a few videos every now and again. I send some funny videos to friends. But yeah, there is a Heroes for Hire TikTok. At the minute, it's like clips of movies that we reviewed on the Patreon. But hopefully in the future we'll do other stuff when there's more when we have more time on our hands. It'd be cool to get some weird news segments and things like that up on it.
Jeez.
Who can say?
So we're moving on to our next piece of news, Shaun. By the way, aliens, they're just going to kill us all. So let's just hunt your loved ones.
Now we get to use the aliens tag on this episode. So it's fine.
Hashtag aliens. Yes.
Hashtag aliens.
There's one person looking for that. We should tag every episode with alien sighting.
Oh, yeah. Or alien cover-up. That'd be another
shocking UFO sighting. It's just Hero Zero. And we're talking with Superman.
And just at the end we just rattle off a load of like alien terms. It's been like spaceship, probe.
You see that all the time on YouTube. They're just like, shocking, you're not going to believe this. And it's like the last 4 seconds of the video.
Minecraft, Fortnite, Apex Legends. Just rattle them all off.
Okay, Shaun, we're going to have to move on to our next piece of news because, I mean, there's a menace running around again, Shaun.
Dennis?
And it's in Hereford, in England.
Oh.
And lamb chops stuffed in car exhaust and spate of mystery meat attacks.
Okay. I've heard of a potato in a exhaust. But lamb chops is another level of, like, fucked up, because that's going to smell.
Police are investigating after lamb chops were stuffed in a car exhaust pipe amid a spate of mystery attacks, all involving uncooked meat, Shaun. Eggs and raw meat were thrown at 2 properties last Saturday night in bizarre incidents where the motive is unclear. And the attacks on houses came on the same day that lamb chops were stuck in the exhaust pipe of one car and chicken drumsticks were jammed in the wheel rim of another car, Shaun. Oh, fuck. Fuck.
What's the game here, Connor?
It's a meat villain.
It's some kind of meat-based villain. The butcher.
The butcher.
Yeah. I would be questioning butchers, is what I would do if I was the chief of police.
Step 1 is like, who has access to all this raw meat? We need to go to the butchers.
Like, surely, I don't know. No, sorry, that's a dumb idea. I was thinking you could trace the drumsticks back to the chicken they came from and then find that farmer and see what happens. But I realised midway through that thought that no, that's ridiculous, Shaun.
Do you think there's barcodes on chicken drumsticks?
No, I thought the logic I thought was that, like, oh, sure, it'll be in the DNA. And it's like, but they don't fucking catalogue every chicken's DNA, do they?
We don't have this chicken's fingerprints on file. Oh no!
All chickens have like a mugshot that they have when they hatch.
I mean, just the idea of just like the police walking in with the little the ear bud yolks, just like mouth open wide. We're going to get this DNA. They're just like poking the chicken leg, and it's second now.
We're going to catch this bastard.
It's been searching the whole database for 4 weeks, boss. Still no hits.
And it's just a load of pictures coming up of the same chicken. Like, cause
we've only got one chicken on file. We're really hoping it's him.
We'll find out what he knows.
So yeah, look, they're not tracing the chicken legs back to the Did you think
I'm sorry for having ideas, Connor.
I'm an ideas man. West Mercia police have shared images of the fresh meat that was used in the incidents, and they are appealing for information. Whether it was a practical joke or something more sinister, the crime has not been taken well on social media, with people angry at the waste of good food, especially during the cost of living crisis, Shaun.
Oh, tying it back to the cost of living crisis. Is this where did this take place again?
In Hereford.
Hereford, okay. Can I ask, is this a Daily Mail article by any chance?
I can't see here why.
I just sometimes like to guess what newspaper they're from based on what else they refer to. So based on the cost of living thing, I was like, oh, that's a Daily Mail, like, appealing to everyone kind of statement.
Someone wrote as a joke, police now at the scene having a butcher's about, which...
Having a butcher's is like having a discussion, I believe.
Right.
I think that's a phrase.
Is that a slang?
I think so. I think it's now I don't know what kind of slang, but
I have heard colloquial language.
A bit of that, yeah. I've heard a bit of a Pat Butcher, referring to the, I think, Coronation Street character of Pat Butcher. I
got my apples and pears.
Apples and pears. Oh, you've gone upstairs. Yeah. It's a classic.
So, Shaun, what is happening here? Because the statement also said, we are also investigating an incident in Creedon Hill in Hereford, as on the 2nd of April at approximately 21:35. That's very specific. Approximately 21:35.
Yeah. So... That's not, you would say 9:30, surely, if it was approximate.
Around about 11 seconds past 14 minutes past 6. Round about then. Eggs and raw meat were thrown at a property in the area. The offender then proceeded to stuff the lamb chops into the exhaust pipe of a vehicle that was parked in the driveway. And another property nearby also had food thrown at it, and that's where the chicken drumsticks came in, Shaun. So the question is... who's causing all this mayhem? Why the meat? Why meat is their weapon of choice? What's going on here?
Is it vegans? Is it a protest about meat and animal products?
I mean, yeah, but why would they use the raw meat?
That is true. Maybe the houses and cars that were targeted belonged to vegans, and it was diehard like carnivores that perpetrated the crime.
It's maybe trying to lure out carnivores out of the house.
Could be. Maybe they were trying to... Well, look, April 2nd as well. Could have been an April Fool's thing that got delayed because of the cost of living crisis.
The cost of living crisis.
Cost of living crisis, yeah. Or, and let's just see where my brain goes on this, maybe... it's guerrilla marketing for a new... It's like a hipster butcher that delivered to your house.
Pat Butcher.
Patrick Butcher.
No, they're all throwing meat and they're just like, trace this, you dickheads. And they're throwing drumsticks. So they're trying to it's like you're goading the police. You're like, here's all the evidence. Can you find the criminal? I don't think so.
Actually, maybe they did commit a minor crime and this was just their way of distracting the police for a week and a half.
Oh, yes. They murdered somebody 10 yards away.
Yeah, just to cover up that they parked on double yellow lines for a couple of minutes.
Who threw all these chickens? My friend has been murdered. Calm down for 1 fucking second. There's a piece of lamb chop underneath that lad's car. Okay, I'll be there in a second.
It sounds like what it sounds like is like a 3-for-2 deal that they got in Tesco or somewhere. So that they got their lamb chops, they got their drumsticks, and they got their eggs. And then they got home and were like, I'm getting a takeaway. I don't need this stuff.
We normally have just random bits of... There's normally a menace in every small town in England is what I found. Because we've had the guy who was throwing beans on people's doors. The phantom hedge trimmer. The pickle jar, the phantom hedge trimmer who was going around just trimming people's hedges when they didn't want it.
Yeah.
It's always minor crimes, but just enough to irk people.
It's enough to upset the local community, to the point that it has to be solved or else there will be chaos.
It has to be surely just every teenager who's sick of living in the small town and is just I want to get out of here and go somewhere else, so I'm going to just start doing random acts of violence.
Yeah, someone trying to burn bridges, I think.
Literally.
No, not literally, Conor. That's a much more serious crime.
Oh, sorry. I misread it. But Shaun, what's also happening at the minute is man caught with massive stash of bikes in back garden that you can see from Google Earth.
Bicycles,
Bicycles, Shaun.
what? How much bicycle does one man need?
A mountain of allegedly stolen bikes has been discovered in a man's back garden, which is so big it could be seen on Google Earth. Detectives uncovered the mound of bicycles, which were visible via satellite at a property in Oxford. Officers visited the house on Giles Road last Thursday when they spotted what looked like hundreds of bicycles in his backyard.
How did it take him that long to catch this dude if you could see it from space?
I feel like that's the main question. If you can see a crime from space, why are the police not straight on that?
Yeah, because if you can see it from space, you can definitely see it from next door. What tipped him off?
You can't see even the grass in his backyard.
It's just all bikes.
I would recommend looking up images of this backyard, by the way. I think you'll very much enjoy how many bikes this man has stolen over his many years on the crimes.
Bicycle backyard Oxford is what I'm going to type in.
Go for it.
And, oh my God, it looks like a junkyard.
That's just his back garden.
What? Why? To what end? Because he has neighbours as well. Like, there's neighbours with like a low fence, and the neighbours have like, grass out in the back garden, and this man just has aluminium and rubber.
And so the question is, like, why did nobody spot this sooner? Like, surely you would be suspicious to have a garden next door overflowing with bikes.
Yeah, like, it's not like a bike repair shop or anything that he owns. He's just stealing these bikes. Every
time someone asks, he's like, well, we've had another kid. 222 are up to now. So, I mean, we need every single one of them needs a bike. You know how it is. You know how.
And so we just store them in the backyard, like ready for Christmas.
Well, you don't want them stolen, Shaun. You know what I mean?
I suppose. How many bike locks did you buy then, sir?
Well, they're in my backyard, so I have the gate locked. Need to buy one lock just for the gate.
Right, okay. And say you wanted to use a bike and cycle out of the place, how would you go about that?
Oh, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No, I can't ride a bike myself. But the kids, as I said, the kids absolutely adore them. Every kid we have, how many bikes did you see in the back?
Hundreds, I would say.
All hundreds of kids that we have.
Name three of them.
Stabilizers.
No, that's a bike part.
Wheel and back wheel.
Again. I would not count wheel and back, even as names. Those are shit.
Are you telling me how to fodder?
I am actually, yeah. Because you seem to be a kleptomaniac.
At what point does once you get to 50 bikes in the backyard, when you leave your home, are you still thinking, I'm going to steal another bike?
Yeah, what possesses? Is it any bike, or is it certain bikes that he just has to have, do you think?
And then the other question is, why are you stealing them if you're not going to sell them? What's the option for it? Do you just like having bikes?
Is it just so someone else can't have it? Like, did your bike get stolen in the past, do you think? And then now this is revenge. Like a Batman villain, that if he can't have it, no one can.
I mean, I feel like it might be a very weak origin story for a villain, that his bike is stolen, so now he turns to bike thefts, and bike thefts alone. That's it. But I like the idea that he just can't resist. Every time he sees a bike, he has to take it. But then he's never been caught.
That was going to be my next point. Like, he's quite a success. He's quite a prolific bicycle thief.
It must have been there for years.
Yeah, like, even if it's one bike a day, the amount of bikes I'm seeing here, like, that's a couple of years' work, it seems.
And he's not even taking them apart. There's all different sizes, all different types. He doesn't even have like a favourite. He just likes bikes.
Just has a pile of bikes in his backyard.
Pile of bikes. You know how it is when you just have to steal a pile of bikes.
To be seen from space as well, that's when you know you have a problem.
When the police can literally say your crimes could be seen from space, and it's not even like just a bit of wordplay, it's literally that.
Yeah. Like, it's like, oh, they're going to have a field day in court with this man. Because how do you deny that?
It wasn't me, Your Honour, that you live there and we can see it from the satellite in space.
You can't prove anything. Well, Google can.
We just need to type in Bing. Oh no, I've been foiled.
He's had us again.
We better let him go, Your Honour. We've only got one check.
Like, I just... Do the people get their bikes back? Like, is the town allowed to just pick through the bikes and just see what belongs to them?
Oh, and you'd be definitely like taking the best bike. Like, you'd walk in and go, oh yeah, this one. Whoa, 6
you'd
gears.
trade
That's
up,
my one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my one. Yeah.
This road bike, class.
I seen an old man cycling through town last week.
Go ahead.
And he was clearly in gear 6 and he was going uphill. And he's the type of man you'd look at and you'd say, that's an old man. Now, I don't know ages, but he was like, that's an old man.
This man was either like 60 or 1,000.
But you could tell he was in 6th or 5th in the gears. And I was just thinking, I was in my car and I was looking at him and I was like, surely, you can go faster if you go in a different gear.
He lives for the resistance, Connor. Like... I used to be a bit of a wild card. I used to be in 2nd going up hills. Usually. 2nd, because for a while there, if I switched into 1st while I was moving, my bike could throw the chain. So I just always stayed in 2nd.
That's different though. That's more you're just adapting to the gameplay.
The improvise, adapt, overcome. Yeah. That's true. That's how I live my life every day.
You were having blood transfusions doing the Tour de France. That's what I've heard.
I'm that lad. What's his name? Michael Arms. No. Lance Armstrong. I was thinking of Michael Phelps in my head.
I thought in my head you were thinking of Michael Jordan and Lance Armstrong. Michael Armstrong.
You mean to tell me there's no man called Michael Armstrong?
I mean, there surely is, but I'm sure he's not a Tour de France 6-time winner or 7-time winner or some shit.
Yeah, but did he win though, really?
No. Did you ever see that documentary? That's fucking bad.
That's ridiculous, the shit that went on.
So bad. They just got him into a van and they were just like giving him blood transfusion after races.
And they were in the hotel then, and they were like, there's loads of them just all getting blood transfusions on that day. It's fucking ridiculous.
One day I had I watched a documentary on it last year, and it was so funny. There was one guy who just could not deal with his bullshit, and it was just like, I think it was like the 2004 or 5 win, and he was just like, he came back from testicular cancer. Everyone thinks he's great. And then he's 2.5 hours into this race, and he's going along these mountains in the Alps, and you look at him, and he's having him on camera. He's not even breathing hard. He's literally out for a cycle. Clearly he's a cheating bastard to the camera. And I was just like, this guy, who hurts you?
His man is like, he was primed to be the most successful cyclist.
Like, in my head, he had the image of him with all the red string for years, being like, lads, how are ye not seeing this? He's not even breathing hard.
He's got one hand on the handlebars.
He's doing wheelies up the hill.
He just bunny hopped over a safety barrier.
We're going to move on to a small story, Shaun, that made me laugh just because of the comments that came with it. Because I have surveillance camera catches bizarre moment in Wisconsin City. Even cops are mystified. Something strange is going on after dark in western Wisconsin, Shaun, at least judging from this surveillance photo shared by the police. The image shows someone in the town of Eau Claire with a cone for a head. I mean, surely it's a cone on their head, not a cone for a head.
He or Silent Hill.
He or she appears to be trying to open a car door. Something that is likely tougher to do while wearing a cone.
God, fucking journalism has really peaked this year, hasn't it? I don't think it gets better than this.
The police shared the photo last week on the Facebook with the admission that officers are stumped. The city is 90 miles east of Minneapolis. What does that have to do with Conehead? Nobody knows. But he's a mystery nobody can solve, Shaun.
But it's just a man with a cone on his head, though. He's just hammered, probably.
This is the toughest case we've ever had on this show. There's a surveillance photo. It's a man with a cone on his head, Shaun.
Did he get in the car? Or did he just...
We don't know. It's a photo. We can't tell.
It's just a photo of something straight. Presumably the man took off the cone, got in the car and proceeded to drunk drive his way home.
I think it might be my favourite article we've done in quite a while.
It's such a nothing article.
Because it opens with a cone for a head. Like, this is fucking weird, lads. Let's get into this. This is fucking Area 51 shit, okay? Couldn't just be a guy who just has a cone on his head and he appears to be getting into a vehicle of some sort. Maybe a car, I think is what they are called.
But I don't want to presume, as this humble reporter will attest to. Like, when you were in college, was there ever there's always a cone somewhere around in like a college
Everyone
house.
has a cone.
Everyone has a cone.
In every house.
Yeah, we had a cone. We had a cone inside for a while, I'm pretty sure.
And I'll be honest with you, every time you go to anyone's house, they think they're the coolest person ever because they're like, I have a cone. And you're like, I've seen 4 of them this week, mate.
I used to work in a factory that made cones, my dude.
That's true, you've told me this.
Yeah, so like I'm well accustomed. The amount of cones I've handled over the years.
You're the worst person to tell that anecdote to.
It's like, what's that? 600 mil? Ah, grand, good, fair play to you.
That's
fair
fine.
Play to you.
That's absolutely grand. So, now what happens is, now this might shock you, Shaun. This really, I thought this story wasn't really that much we're talking about, but then the article, it blows the case wide fucking open, because the Post, the article states, did not include reports of any car theft or anyone being victimised by someone with a code for a head. Again,
for a head.
Oh, lads, like, there's been no reports, no incidences. What? We just have a photo like Bigfoot of the cone for the head man.
If I could summarise this story, it would be someone had a cone on their head for a bit and no one was bothered by it.
But let me tell you, Shaun, Bigfoot, only one photo. Loch Ness Monster, barely any photos. Where does cone in the head fall in this? I think he's now number 1. We've only ever seen him once. He didn't cause any harm. Maybe he comes in peace. But
like Godzilla.
There's something going on. There's something strange in the neighbourhood, Shaun.
What if... Okay. So, Conehead, as we will call them, they previously hit by a car. And so, to combat this, what's the one thing cars and drivers are trained to avoid? Fucking cones.
People.
My dude. People, yeah, people, I suppose. But then if they were meant to avoid people, he wouldn't have gotten hit in the first place, would he? So.
By the way, I'm aware that this story is just funny just to us, but I just think this is an article that has occurred, and these people, there's a fucking man. Well, he's not a man. We don't know, Shaun. It's very clearly not stated whether he's a man, a woman, or even a creature of some kind. All we know is he has a cone for a head. Or she or they have a cone for a head that is actually a cone, not just a head with a cone over it.
Are you okay?
I think.
Are you having a stroke right now?
I'm trying to figure out anatomically where we are.
There's not a lot of visibility in a cone either. Like, just if they were intending to drive.
Now, commenters, Shaun, they had some thoughts. And so, like, we have strong feelings. But my Debbie has come in, and Debbie says, looks very familiar.
Debbie has seen a cone before, it seems.
And both a body, a human, and a cone.
And a car. Debbie's playing a blinder today, so she is.
But Nick Nosker, he has an even stronger opinion, Shaun, because Nick's come in, he said, makes me want to apply to video surveillance position. Do you have a popcorn machine?
Yes, Nick leads a very sedimentary life, doesn't he?
One picture,
and Nick is ready to fucking trade it all in.
Extra butter, please. I'm going to stare at this image for 45 minutes.
Nick is like, this is the most interesting thing to happen to Nick in a while, is what I'm getting from this comment.
Rachel comes in, Rachel Berg. She writes, deep down inside, we all feel this to some degree.
What does that mean, Rachel?
I mean, it's a bit philosophical, really, when you think about it from Rachel.
It is. But what does it mean, though? Because what does this cone evoke in you, emotion-wise?
My mother was a cone. And her mother before her. And her mother before her.
All right, fair enough, Rachel. Sorry for asking.
But then lastly, Johnny comes in. And Johnny says, and this is Johnny's, I think this might be my favourite comment we've done for a while, because Johnny's looked at one image of a being with a cone on their head, not interrupting anyone, no reports of any incidents, no reports of any problems. The person was trying to get into a car. But Johnny comes in and says, maybe this person is French, part of a gang, or a traffic wizard.
Johnny, what?
Let's break that down, Johnny.
Let's start in step one. French, what have you to go on there? I really don't know what you're trying to get at with that one.
Even racism-wise, I don't even understand.
I don't know. Like, what attributes are you assigning to this person? And why is that your first frame of judgment for them?
Like, when I think of France, I don't think of orange traffic codes.
No. I think of delicious food.
Yeah.
The Arc de Triomphe.
Oh.
Other such things.
Wine,
why not?
Yeah.
But traffic cones.
Yeah.
French traffic is mental as well.
They've got no traffic cones.
Do you know you're not
insured? They
insured?
A few more.
The roundabout on the Arc de Triomphe, if you drive on that, you're not insured. Because so many accidents happen.
He also says they're part of a gang, but he has a comma between French and part of a gang. So I don't think he means because you're French, you have to be part of a gang. And then he also says a traffic wizard to finish it out. So to Johnny, being French, part of a gang, and a traffic wizard are all about equal in terms of what this person could be.
Yeah, it's any of those is as likely as the other, as far as Johnny is concerned.
I think raises more questions than answers.
It does. Like the most outlandish is the traffic wizard, surely. Because what is that? What does that do or mean?
I think he means a lollipop person.
Yeah. And did you have to do that in school? Did you have to be a lollipop person?
I did not.
Right.
I did not. They didn't trust me helping others.
We just had 6 of us used to go outside half an hour early in big high-vis jackets and hold signs to stop traffic.
No way, but you were all the teachers' favourites.
Maybe we were. But
yeah, you knew all those formulas.
I had a ghost whispering them in my ear, I'll be honest.
You were 18 at the time.
He was texting me under the table.
Oh, fuck. Just ring me later. Would you fuck off, lad? I'm in an exam.
I have to go and save the fucking town from traffic wizards here.
Shaun, what is this? I mean, I was going to get to Florida, by the way, and I feel like we've ran out of time, which is hilarious because of this story. I thought this would only take 5 seconds, but also it just made me giggle.
It's just so baffling, I think, that we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
No,
have
I
you seen
think
the image.
No, I haven't actually. Traffic cone on head.
On head. I mean, I don't know if you might have to do like a search for the last week.
How do I do that?
Wisconsin traffic cone head.
Wisconsin, that'll give it to me. That'll give it to me right away.
Oh, here we go.
KansasCity.com.
Yeah.
How are you doing? That's, I mean, again, inferring a lot from the image. It looks like, are they driving a Kia? Maybe that's where the French thing comes from. I'm not sure.
Is it the equivalent of the Bigfoot Sasquatch photo?
I think it's exactly the same in terms of cultural relevance.
I think so. And I feel like a lot of people don't know about it, but it's going to take, because we're popping off, we can now use this new popping off platform to raise awareness for traffic cone head.
I think the most likely option is traffic cone wizard. I also think this is such a nothing story that was saved by comments.
I don't know if that's the right attitude to have on the sacred weird news Wednesday.
No, I'm sorry, not for you. The journalist who wrote this. This was just like 4:00 on a Friday, have to get a story out, surely.
Yeah, and I like. What's so funny is that we have a Florida Man story next up, but we'll do it next week. Because Florida Man didn't make it because Traffic Cone Headman took his spot.
Superseded by Traffic Cone Headman.
But Shaun, I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
I think so. Would you like me to take us out, Connor?
Yeah, please.
Thanks everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We'll be back Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. Big thanks to everyone who supports us over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Shout outs, of course, go to Waffles the Waffly Waffles, Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Róisín the Wife Palmer, Ryan Right Time Evanson, Shaun Grow Your Mo for a Bro Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah Florida Gal Green, Anna Hjelmroos, Lil Dicky, a couple of lads in Ireland start reviewing the movies and it all comes full circle, the end, McGrew, Danny McLaughlin, Ray, I can't believe Wanda did this, Sammy DeLucia, and Michelle Brown. Thank you all very, very much for the continued support. We hope you enjoy the content that goes up over on the Patreon. We recently did X-Men 3, a bit of a review, and we're going to be putting up the Moon Knight review for episode 3 and 4. That'll be up once those episodes are out. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, head on over to the Patreon to check that out. We do also have a website link below where you can get the merch store. All of the episodes are up there. They're easy to search, so check that out if you want. Twitter, then, we're at Heroes for Hire Pod. The 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast. And you can email any questions to heroesforhire_@outlook.com. But the best way to ever help out the show is to just tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Ciara Lawler.
I've been Shaun.
I shall see you all next week.